So this is my 6-month review of working for Cheney Brothers, right? Now, in this video, I'm gonna try to be as thorough as possible, as honest as possible. Talk about the highs, talk about the lows. Just give you a review, right? I'm still here, right? you know, so let's get with it, man. 6 months. This past weekend made 6 months for me. So now if I tell you it's been a smooth transaction, coming from US Food to Cheney Brothers, I would be lying. I'll definitely be lying, man. Now, can I tell you that it's a transaction where there's people there to help you along the way? Then yes, that is true. One thing I can say is that one of the reasons that one thing that make it easier to work over here for me is anytime you have a problem with your route, or anytime you see something that can help your route, you can reach out to people and they're easier to talk to than other companies. You know what I mean? They're easier to talk to. So first, let's start with the money. Let's start with the money. So since I've been to Cheney Brothers, when I left US Food, come to Cheney Brothers, money wise, I haven't skipped a beat. So let's get that out of the way. I ain't skip a beat. You still making money over here. And I want to tell all the veteran drivers out there, right? If you work for a food service company and you're passing Cheney Brothers to get to work, or you're close to a Cheney Brothers drop yard, just go inquire within the company and see what's going on. I'm telling you right now, they need veteran drivers, and trust me, they will take care of you. That's all I gotta say on that. Money wise, I haven't skipped a beat, right? So we good on that. Right now, I knew one thing, man. I knew that when I moved away from down south, I knew that I wasn't gonna drive 70 miles to work. I knew that right away. So that was out the question. And I told myself, you know what? I'm gonna give Cheney Brothers a try. And if it didn't work out, I was gonna get my own truck. And so far it's been working out. Now let's talk about some of the challenges that I faced coming into this company. Now, when I came in, still the rumbling of the pandemic going on, the rumbling of the COVID going on. So the warehouse, they were still short staff. A lot of new guys was getting trained, so that had a big effect on our loads. A lot of times you got products on the wrong pallet, stuff like that. Sometimes you have tags that's not placed on the product. But one thing I can tell you that's good about the company is that my route, I can say my route is majority of the time, most of my product is on the trailer, so that's pretty good right there. Now, when it comes to my customers that I deliver to, pretty much all the customers that I deliver to is they're pretty nice, man. Pretty easy going. Now, one thing that I do like so far about Cheney Brothers, once you get on a route, you that route, that's your baby right there. You pretty much know what you're gonna do every single day, because you're pretty much doing the same thing every single day, right? Now let's just say one thing I like about Cheney is that every day between the hours of 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. routing department, they will send you your route, right? Now you take a look at your route, and if there's any opportunities you see um, for you to run a smoother route, you just drop them a text or you give them a call, and they'll go ahead and make that change for you, right? Now the thing I like about over here, um, if you run a route that needs an electric jack, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. Now, I'm just speaking for the guys up here in my drop yard that I see. The guys that need an electric jack, they pretty much have it. I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for what I see, right? So, equipment. Now, let's talk about equipment, right? Now, I got to be honest with you. I work in a drop yard, and I can only be honest with you. Now, when it comes to the drop yard, the trailers, man, oh man, oh man. Now, I was thinking about this the other day, right? Let me tell you something. Once your trailer is broken down in a drop yard, your day is pretty much done, right? Now, us drop yard guys, it's always some issues going along with our trailers, right? Now, the number one thing I can point to that is because everybody's sharing a trailer, right? Now, the number one reason I think for that is drivers, including myself. I'm not excluding myself. I try to do the best I could. Drivers is not writing up the equipment. So when you have different drivers driving different trailers, and problems is just going by and going by, one day you're gonna be that unlucky driver that get the trailer and it goes broken down on you. You know what I mean? So working out of the drop yard can be very challenging. So if you live in between Cheney Brothers DC and the drop yard, if you live halfway in between, I would honestly advise you just go to the DC if you could. You got to be a special breed to be working out these drop yards. Shout out to all the shuttle drivers. I know they work hard, but sometimes, what I mean, like, it was one time I got this trailer and the TK was not working, and I was wondering, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I wonder if the shuttle driver seen that. You know what I mean? So during my time at Cheney Brothers so far, this past 6 months, it's been a lot of ups and downs, right? It's been a lot of ups and downs. But the ups, the good, outweighs the bad. You know what I'm saying? And I know I made the right choice. You know what I mean? If I can do this, I would do it all over again. You know what I mean? So trailer issues. When it comes to tractor, you're pretty much assigned a tractor over here. So that's been good right there. Now benefits, your benefits will kick in after 90 days, so that kicked in for me. One thing that's kind of like that you have to wait on. You have to wait on your 401k for 1 year. So that's just something that I'm looking forward to. And all this stuff I knew before I came over here. I just wanted to share with you guys. Anybody that's thinking about coming over here. So overall, man, my 6 months over here. Overall, I made a good decision to come over here. You know what I'm saying? Got to take the good with the bad. You know what I mean? Got to take the bad with the good. in food service, it doesn't matter who you work for, it's always going to be a problem. There's no perfect companies out there, there's no perfect load. Your day running the route is not going to be perfect. But the one thing that separates Cheney brothers from US Food that I just left is the respect that they give to the drivers and the way they treat the drivers. That alone is these past 6 months have really stood out. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what problems you guys hear me talk about, you know what I mean, no matter how much time the trailer breaks, no matter how much time the tractor breaks, at the end of the day, that's just food service stuff. That's stuff that's going to happen everywhere, right? That's stuff that if you hear me telling you that there's no problems or the load is perfect and the tractor and trailer is perfect, I'll just be lying to you. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to be honest with you. There's problems in every single food service company when it comes to loading, when it comes to people calling out, your loads coming late, and stuff like that. There's problems everywhere. But one thing that separates this company is the respect that people have for each other. You get what I'm saying? Is the respect that the salesmen have for the drivers have for the salesmen, the customers have for the drivers have for the customers, customers have for the salesmen. It's just a respect thing going around, and that all starts with the culture. The culture over here, I notice, is different. You know what I'm saying? They care about their drivers. You know what I mean? They care about what their drivers is doing, how they're getting the job done, right? In the drop yard that I work, we have about 17 drivers, right? And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we have 6 or 7 electric jack in that drop yard, dirt road, right? So what's that ratio? I don't know what that ratio is because I don't have time for the math. Food service company that I just came from, they have like 20 electric jack, right? And sometimes you would ask for a jack. This is not even a company bashing. I'm just being serious, right? Sometimes you would ask for a jack, e-jack, to pull a couple pallets of water, and you'll have supervisors straight up look at you and tell you that you don't need it. How you gonna tell us drivers that we don't need it? We're the ones out here in the field doing the work. You get what I'm saying? So one thing I noticed, some of these supervisors, they've been out here in the field over here at Cheney. Shout out to GFS. GFS is also a company that have supervisors that been out there in the field. Now, maybe some of those supervisors been out there in the field, but they act like they're acting brand new. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the supervisors who have a Class A CDL. I think that's a very important thing when it comes to food service. So the support is over here, guys. You know what I mean? And I'm not just making that up. I'm not trying to make it sound sweet. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make it sound neat. You know what I mean? I'm just being serious. The support is over here. And so you're gonna get your equipment if you really need it. If you're on a route and you really need an electric jack, then you're gonna get it. You know what I mean? Now when it comes to like transferring from, let's just say, a Cheney Brothers facility to another Cheney Brothers facility, I don't know how that works because I'm trying to transfer out of a drop yard right now into a DC, because I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I can only be honest. That's the way I am. I'm trying the drop yard thing, but I just don't. I'm not feeling it. You know what I mean? it's cool and all, but like when I come to work, I just want to go. I'm in go mode. You know what I mean? So I like my route, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give my route one more try. Tweaking some things a little bit on my route. Give it one more try. If it don't work, man, I want to go to DC. But there's a lot of routes over here for guys. One thing I noticed about Cheney Brothers in my last 6 months, man, it's a lot of routes over here for guys that don't really want to work. I don't know how else to say that. It's a lot of routes over here for guys that don't really want to work. You know what I mean? And when I say that, I'm not even saying that. I'm not even being a smartass. I'm just saying there's a lot of routes, like 400 case routes, 500 case routes. You know what I mean? So there's routes over here for everybody. Now you got your routes with your 600-700 cases. You got routes like mine with your 700-800 cases, and then you have those heavy hitter routes. Something that I'm trying to get on one day, where you have your 800 to 1,000 case routes. That's where I want to be, but I just gotta wait on my opportunity. You get what I'm saying? 800 to 1,000 cases, and over here at Cheney Brothers, they do not have no dip pay on the cases, right? You get paid for every single cases you deliver. So it's not like if you're delivering 800 cases, but you're only doing 7 stops, you're not gonna get 26 cents. You're only gonna get 17 cents because your stops don't equal to your cases and all that complicated US Food and Cisco stuff. Shout out to US Food and Cisco guys. We know you guys over there working, but guess what? We're not over here twerking. We're working also, and we get paid for every single cases. None of that dip pay mess. The only times our cases are different is when we go to like make deliveries like at the prison, right? Now those case pays, they pay you different because obviously you're not touching nothing, right? But other than that, we don't have no dip pay. And what else I can say? If there's any question you guys want to ask me, please put it in the comments. Did I go over everything? Oh, one thing I gotta tell you guys, over here, you do have to purchase your hand trucks, right? Now, if you thinking about coming over here and you can't afford a hand truck, but you want to come over here and you can't afford a hand truck, just get with me, man. Give me a call. I'll get you in. I'll give you 2 hand trucks. Like, don't let that be the end all to your day. One of the good things, if you can't, the hand trucks, it comes out your check. It's a deduction, right? So it's not a big thing. They'll take like $30-$40 out your check. And one of the good things is when you leave, like, the hand truck is yours. You know what I mean? So right now I'm rocking with like 7 hand trucks. You know, I'm fully stocked, man, fully loaded. What else I can say? What else I can say? That's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much all I got. One thing I can tell you, I can give you guys a heads up, man. Let me give you guys a tip right now, right? Before I end this video. That fire extinguisher that's in your guys' trucks, like, don't be scared of, learn how to use that thing, man. Learn how to use it. I had an incident since I've been here, and I had to basically jump out the truck and use it. So it's a lot of guys out there, man, they just driving down the road and they don't know how to use a fire extinguisher. They don't know how to put out a triangle. All they know how to do is drive. So take your time out, learn all the components of your truck. You know what I mean? Play back and forth in your head. What would you do in case of emergency? You know what I mean? Because things do happen out there. You get what I'm saying? one thing I tell you guys, man, if you're out there working in food service and you have a breakdown, it's not the end of the day, man. At the end of the day is gonna end. So do not beat up yourself, because every company is gonna have these issues, right? So how I'm gonna end this review video is by saying I would definitely recommend Cheney Brothers to any drivers out there that's looking to get into food service, that's coming off the road, that have, you know, little experience and want to make some decent money. I definitely recommend Cheney Brothers to any veteran drivers out there that, you know what I'm saying, if you tired of getting that attitude in the morning, you know what I mean, if you asking for electric jack and people looking at you funny, you know what I mean, if you got a pump jack and it's falling apart, you know what I mean, if you driving a food service truck and it can't even start, you know what I mean, if you going to work in the dark and coming back home in the dark, I definitely recommend Cheney Brothers for you, man. I ain't going nowhere.